Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Louderback. I'm going to walk you through how to use the sim today to explore our investigation question, which is how can the amount of energy absorbed by Earth's surface change? So we're pretty much doing three types of tests today. We're doing a standard no change test, so we know what a regular setting is for the Earth, and then we're going to see what happens when we increase either carbon dioxide or methane, and then increase the sunlight in terms of the energy that's being trapped on the surface of the Earth. All right. So in the simulation, we really want to pay attention to the arrows of energy entering and exiting. So I'll point that out a little closer when we open up the sim. The first thing you want to do is on the sim, you have to be in presentation mode to get to the link on this one. So when I go to presentation mode, I'm going to click on the sim link here. All right, and it'll take you to Amplify. From Amplify, you will need to log in with your Google account. I've already logged in before, so that's why it let me straight into the simulation. So the first test, if I look at my thing, is no change. Okay, so I'm going to run the simulation with no change for a time of 30. Then I'm going to see what happens to the temperature and what happens to the energy. So, and I said 30, but it's actually 40. I misread that. So I'm going to click play. I'm going to see what happens until the time reaches 40. And I'm going to pay attention to the energy that's entering and exiting the system. Okay, so that's on the top of your screen here where my mouse is. All right. Okay, so at this point, my time is 46. I accidentally went a little over. I kind of paused the video so that we can move through. I'm going to look at my energy entering and exiting. Notice that they are the same number. So that's kind of what I'm putting for here on the bottom here is when I look at the energy, am I having more energy entering or exiting, less energy entering or exiting, or the amount of energy being equal? So I probably would pick equal for that one. As far as temperature, did it increase or decrease? When I go to the sim, I can try to keep track of my temperature from beginning to end on 40. However, I know you're middle school students and you'll probably get a little chatty with your partner. So I want to remind you that at the bottom corner of the screen is the graph feature with temperature. You look at the trend line, and the trend here is pretty stable. It's a straight line. So when I go to my material here, it would stay the same. So essentially, giving you a free answer, the no test resulted in the temperature staying the same and the amount of energy is equal. Entering and exiting will be equal. It's important that you type in entering and exiting. You're going to see that often in assessments in the future, especially your unit test. So understanding energy that's entering Earth system, coming in from space into the surface of the Earth, or energy that's exiting, leaving Earth's surface and trying to get into space. It's good that you are familiar with that. So then the test 2 and 3, you're going to manipulate the sim. So you can choose on test 2 to do carbon dioxide or methane, and you just increase it to 500. So always reset the data by clicking on the little circle on the top left right-hand corner. And then if you want to do carbon dioxide, you can move it to 500. Always click the eye icon so you can see the atoms moving. Or you could do methane, again, to the 500. You'll click play, click on the eye icon as well. You'll click play, you'll run it to 40 again, When it gets to 40, you want to understand what's happening with the energy, and then you'll click here for the graph on the temperature. Then you'll do the same thing again, but for the third test, when I reset for the third test, I'm not manipulating a gas in the atmosphere, I'm manipulating the sun. So I'm going to increase the sunlight to high, play again to 40, Pay attention to the amount of energy entering and exiting the system. When the time gets to 40, I'm going to look at the energy entering and exiting the system, look at the temperature, and pick the best fit bolded term for my data sheet here, okay? We really want to pay attention to what's happening to the energy that's entering and exiting the system as we manipulate the gas or the sunlight. When you're finished, the sub will go over the responses that you should see, and then I'm going to have you answer questions 9 on slides 9 and 10. And at the very end, you're going to go over the key concepts, all right? These are the things you should have walked away from after the simulation and after answering the questions. Please be good for the sub, like I know you'll always do, and I will see you later. Bye.